I'm Nate from Savage Garage. We're here to make a quick video. We are going to be going over stock jetting versus stage 1 or stage 2, whatever some of them call it, for the OEM carburetor. Stock jet is right here. This is the main jet. Then our pilot right there, the idle, and then the running one pretty much. That one has a bunch of skinny holes in the stock, and the tube size is smaller than the upgraded one. Set those aside. Right here you can see immediately holes are way bigger, and these actually are brand new. Just go ahead, open that up. Down there, things just a little different. Now we're gonna take a look. Here's the stage 1 idle screw, real small, no other differences. And then we're gonna look at the stock one, which has a very tiny hole, nothing else going on. Today we're just gonna be going on idle and just some run times. So with stock coming towards the top, it would bog out and not be able to give me full RPMs. We're gonna go ahead, drop in stage 1 or stage 2, whatever you guys wanna call them, or step up, and see what we can do after that. This should keep our chopping and popping down and bring up our top speed a little bit instead of bogging. So we have a 10 mil bolt, crack that, make sure your gas is off and all the gas will come out of the bowl. And it'll be a really skinny flathead. Get right up in here, spin that out. And the main jet sometimes doesn't want to come out, so you got to smack the carb a little bit. Those will fall out right here. Now we're going to take upgraded, and this little part with the one little lip goes upward in there. That goes up. And then the idle jet, the threads go upward, flathead towards the bottom. That up in there, and it will hold just like that. Get your skinny flathead, stick it up in there, and lightly tighten it. It doesn't have to be cranked in there, just enough not to fall out. Go all the way up, and then give it just a little of a turn once it's stopped tightening up in there. Now I got hard, a little bit of a turn, and I don't have my skinny flathead because I'm on a tighter bike. Throw that in there. Just a little bit of a turn, nothing much. And then make sure your gasket, your rubber gasket on your bowl is still on there, and the one on the bolt for the bowl, and go ahead and reinstall those. Same thing, using our 10 mil while tightening. Doesn't have to be cranked, but you do want this fairly tight. You want that gasket to seat properly and not to twist itself off, and I can't keep this on here for some reason. And it's definitely easy to strip some of the bolts on here, so you don't want to go too excessive. So now that that's done, you can go ahead, turn your gas back on if you're sure everything's in correctly. Your gasket's in there so it won't overflow. Make sure it flows good. All right, now it's in there. You're gonna want to fill your carb back up with gas. Pull the throttle a little bit and lean it on its side towards the carb. That'll get a little bit of gas in there and flowing up the jets. I like to do that. Sometimes it'll drip out, and that means you're completely full. And then you can go ahead, choke it, and start it. One thing about it, these jets are a little bit bigger, so what you're gonna wanna do is turn your idle screw down a little bit. And some carbs do have a adjuster, and this one's on the inside, so that's fuel. The ones that are out here are air. So probably the same thing. Go all the way in, and then back it out 2.5, 3 turns. But you could do on-the-road tuning with that. Now we're gonna go ahead and try and start her up. Peace out. One thing I definitely noted when I pulled the throttle, it was not hesitating, it was full response. When I had the stock ones in, when I'd pull it just a little bit, like literally just bam, it'd kind of it'd try and cut off, and then I had to like rev it really hard and like blip it. But I noticed, dude, it was full laying down power. Now we're aligning the sprockets and we can do a flyby really quick. Might as well, since I can. Just have the idle of the other one, flyby this. Might as well. To get this bike powder coated and done up soon. So let's get into that. So after going over it, I had 2 people ride it. They like it. One has rode it before, says it definitely makes a difference in that low end, top end, because it's not trying to chug for it. It's just there when it needs it. So that definitely makes an improvement. I'll see you guys back on here another time, and hopefully you guys have a great day.